Okay, we should be live now. We should be live now. What's up, everyone? Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube, you know? I gotta shake the rust off, you know? I gotta get back in the YouTube groove. Can you guys hear me? We good? Okay, we're live. We're live. What's up, everybody? Good thing I wasn't talking too much. I talked maybe 15 seconds. So it wasn't all wasted or anything like that. Hit the like button, share it if you guys would like to share it. I'm gonna turn up my mic a little bit. Let me share it as well. But you guys, man, I was debating. I'm like, should I go live today? Should I wait? Should I should I make a video? Should I just talk? I'm like, I gotta just talk it out, man. We gotta talk some things out. Let me get my link though, that way I can share it. Yeah, let's do that. If you guys can, just, you know, hit the like button. Show me some love. I put in some work, man. I went hard on The Last of Us too. All right. Let me just quickly describe the streaming experience. So I put in 26 hours. It took me that long to beat it. Okay, about 26 and some change. And my last stream was 7 hours. 7. People were telling me I should plan on 5 hours. It was like between 5 and 7. They were spot on. Whoever said 7, they were spot on. They're like, yeah, you probably have, 5 hours left, 7 hours, something like that. I'm like, okay, I can stream. Maybe if I break it up, if I feel tired, whatever I gotta do. But I just kept playing. The more deeper I got to the end and closer to the end, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna finish this up. So before I keep going, this ain't no spoiler yet, but I'm gonna give the spoiler warning in a second. It's on the title. I mean, if you guys are here, obviously you want some spoils here. But I was exhausted, mentally exhausted, 7 hours of streaming. So I was physically kind of exhausted. It was crazy. I had so many mixed emotions, so many mixed opinions, and I had to let it marinate. And a couple people told me that too. They're like, you need to take a day to yourself, just think about it. Somebody DM'd me, they said, just think about it. Give it a day, give it some hours, just let it marinate. And then even people in the chat too, they're like, just give it some time. And they were right. I think that's wise. I think if you do beat this game, definitely take a few hours to just let it marinate and let it process. So yeah, you guys, if you're here, you obviously want spoilers, but just in case you get here by accident, you just came by to say hi or something like that, we're going to talk a lot of story, okay? I'm going to talk a lot about the story, so spoilers are going to go crazy in this video. If you have not beat the game and you don't want spoilers, you shouldn't be here, okay? Come back later and come hear my opinion, all right? So I figured that's a given. It goes without saying. It's in the title, but still, I have to remind you guys, I am going to talk spoilers, okay? But yeah, I was... I got off the stream and I told everybody in the chat, I'm going to the pool. And that's exactly what I did. I got in my bathing suit, I went in the pool, and I just sat in the pool for a while. Like, I'm not even joking. I had to think about what the hell just happened, okay? I took a lot of notes to help me stay on track. This is somewhat like a live structured review. So if I read some stuff, it's because I'm reading off my notes, okay? I want to stay on task. I don't want to get too off track, okay? Let me just say quick what's up to everybody. I see Dave in here, Random, Unforgiven. I said what's up to you earlier. You couldn't hear me. I thought I was live, but I was like, oh shoot, you guys are in here already. Idol, Random, Hannibal. Shout out to Hannibal, man. Hannibal, I want to say you were with me the entire way during that stream. I streamed most of the game, you guys. If you want to check out me playing the game, it's all on Twitch. And Hannibal was a real one. He was there for a lot of it. He blessed me a little bit with some gifted subs, And I really appreciate that. Hold on, you guys. I got to take a quick break. Someone's at my door. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm sorry about that. I swear, we had a package we knew was coming today, and I'm waiting for it through the morning. I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna come later when Kenny's home. No, it comes when I'm alive. That's my life. Anyways, I'm a little out of breath, had to run through that hallway. Back to what what was I even saying? I think I was saying hi to the chat. What's up, Luca? Shout out to Luca. Yeah, I think I was giving some praise and props to to my chat on Twitch. You guys got me through some uncomfortable moments in the game. You got me through some sad moments and made light of things and made it easier to just kind of get through the game. So I want to give big shout out to my Twitch chat, man. I felt the love over there, so I appreciate you guys. Hannibal, man, he was going in on Dina. He loves Dina. So yeah, gosh, where do we even start? Let me take a sip of water. How's everybody doing? Daniel, Vic, shout out to Vic. My spirit animal, we feel the same about a lot of this. At least as far as the structure of the story. I might have differing opinions about other stuff, but Vic, I think, relates to me the most when it comes to pacing and things like that. We're going to talk about the pacing of the game. Gosh, where do we start? Should we start with Joel? Should we just get that out the way? They did, right? Naughty Dog did. So should we? I think we should, right? What's up, Addict? Yes, total spoilers. It's in the title, I hope. The title should be the same, right? Is my title working? I think it is. I want to make sure it's up so that way people know. I think we got to talk about Joel because that's one of the biggest issues people have. It's an issue I had going into the game when I saw the leaks, and I did see them. For anyone wondering, that was my biggest issue. I was like, no way, this can't be it. I remember thinking that before I played the game, like, I'm not gonna like this at all. And I pretty much stayed not liking it by the end of the game. Yes, I did beat the game Portal, 26 hours in like 18 minutes or something like that. Full on spoilers here, okay? We all know what happens to Joel. If you're here, obviously, I'm assuming you know. Him dying the way he did, I didn't like it. I was like, are you serious? And then the leaks even said that it would happen very early in the game. So I expected it. When I was streaming this game live, I knew it was coming. I knew the setting, who was going to be in the scene, all of that. And when Abby brought, she was actually saved, actually. Let me rephrase that. She was saved by Joel and Tommy, which surprised me because I didn't know that part. I knew she was going to kind of lure them in or surprise them with this, what she's about to do, but I didn't know they were going to save her, actually. So that got to me when I was playing it. I was like, are you serious? So he actually saved this group. He helped them, he helped Abby. And then she does him like that. And it's so fast, you guys. It's so quick. I wonder if I never saw the leaks, how would I have responded to that? Because I knew it was coming. But if I didn't know, how would I have felt, man? I don't know. I really don't know. And we'll never know. And for that, I kind of regret seeing the leaks because, you know, I knew I was going to stream it. I am very curious how I would have reacted, but I'll never know. We'll never know because I already knew the leaks. So I regretted that a little bit. I regretted seeing a lot of the leaks just because of that. But I was also happy that I was made aware and I knew what to expect because who knows? I might have like cried or something. I don't know, man. I really don't know how I would have reacted. But Joel, you know, just trusting those people like that and showing, at least at first glance, we were like, this ain't Joel. He doesn't do this. Joel would be smarter than this. Joel, if he knows people are on his neck and they're looking for him and he is being tracked and hunted and all of that, you would think his guard would be higher, right? And now I listened to Naughty Dog in their spoiler cast with Greg Miller on Kind of Funny today. And Neil Druckmann was there, Troy Baker, and I want to call her Ellie, Ashley Johnson. They were all there, and they talked about that scene and Joel, and they talked about the criticism that gamers had that this is not Joel. This is not how he would act. And they kind of justified it by saying, well, it's been 4 years. He's been safe in Jackson. He's trusted more than enough people coming in and out of that town. So that was like their way of reasoning that he would change, that people evolve. And I get what they're saying, but I feel like that's an excuse. I really appreciate their passion. I appreciate the way Troy Baker resonates with Joel and he feels that is him. I feel like they get very passionate. They even actually get to tears. They are super passionate about the characters they play. They even said that they argued about that scene and that they were talking about it like, is this what we're gonna do? Is this the right way? And they actually had many talks about it. So you know they're passionate about it, but I still felt like that's kind of an excuse. So anyways, back to my opinions on everything. I guess I'll here and there bring up that interview and spoiler cast, but for the most part, I just want to focus on my opinion here. Joel, I don't know if you guys seen Solid Rev's video. Now, Rev didn't play the game, and there's a lot of things I feel differently about because I did play the game, and we're going to get to that. There's a lot of positive in this game, but there's one thing I wanted to point out that he said, and I wholeheartedly agree with, is that the biggest tragedy of the game is that we didn't get to really hear Ellie and Joel tell each other that how much they mean to each other. And that is huge. And that's part of my problem with Joel and how he was handled, is that we didn't really get as much closure, I guess, as that we want. We didn't really see Joel go out like a beast. And I know that this world is brutal and we don't get to have that choice. Nobody gets to die the way we want. It's just people die. It's horrible. It's violent. Joel made mistakes. Whether he's a hero or not, in our eyes, it doesn't matter. And even Neil Druckmann said the same thing. He's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's a hero or a villain. People die brutally. And it's like, I get that. I get what they're trying to do. I get it. But at the same time, this is a video game, right? And I feel like as a gamer, when we play games, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, I expect satisfaction. I expect closure. I expect not a perfectly a told story that's in my head. I'm not saying I want to write the story. I'm not saying that I could write a better story. I know I can't. But what I'm saying is, as a gamer, it's like I'm going in with the intention that I'm going to be satisfied. This story is going to matter. This story is needed. I want to experience it. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's my ultimate feeling about that, as far as Joel and not really feeling satisfied with how he went out. I felt like it could have been way better, way, way better. So that's how I feel about Joel. And I'm going to bring him up again. I'm going through my notes right now. I'm trying to keep this super structured, all right? I'm trying to get my professionalism on right now. And when it comes to the chat, if you guys feel I'm neglecting it and I'm ignoring it, I'm not. I'm reading it here and there, but I just want to get this off, man. I want to stay on track. So I hope you guys can bear with it. Okay, before we get into like the actual story and the criticisms in the story as far as pacing and things like that, here's what I liked about it. All right, I'm going to get to some positive. Let's get to some positive. This is what I felt I liked about the story. And one of the main things was I loved gaining insight on the Fireflies. I don't know about you guys, but when Marlene was talking to Jerry, the doctor, the surgeon, I really liked that. I liked seeing Marlene's hesitation, her inner struggle with like, man, what would you do if it was your daughter? Because she saw Ellie as like a daughter figure and she took care of her whole, pretty much her life, right? So she's asking this doctor, what would you do? Because you have a daughter yourself. And this whole time, Abby, and we're going to talk about Abby is eavesdropping. She's kind of listening in. She comes in, she brings him dinner, and she tells her dad, after Marlene walks away, like, if it was me, I would want you to do it. So I liked that whole interaction. I liked gaining that insight of like the Fireflies and their personal struggle, because in the first game, we don't get that. We just get that they take Ellie, they don't tell her anything. They don't wait for her to wake up. She goes under for surgery. Joel saves her. At least that was the way we interpreted it, right? He saves her. In his mind, he saves her, and that's it. It just ends. We didn't see the other side of it, of these Fireflies being human and being with the struggle themselves and wondering if this is the right thing to do. Because I really appreciated that side of it. And I wanted to see more of that, actually. I really wish maybe these flashbacks and this story with Abby would explore that more. And there's other things I wish too about this story, but at the very least, I wish we could have got more of that. Way more of that rather than this freaking fluff with Abby. There was way too much fluff with Abby's story, and we're going to get to that. But just concerning the Fireflies, I appreciated seeing that side of it. And then seeing Ellie lash out at Joel saying, you took this choice away from me. My life doesn't have meaning now. That stuff, man, that stuff was awesome. It was sad, it was depressing, it had us feeling whatever mixed emotions, but that was awesome to see. I really liked that part of it. I really thought that was needed, and it added to the parts that I liked in the game. So yeah, so that's what I did really like that. Seeing her disappointment in Joel, Ellie, seeing her disappointment, took her choice away. I wrote that down. It was literally the last convo in the game when she said, my life could have meant something. It was the last conversation in the game, you guys. The last conversation. If they would have explored that throughout the game, I feel that would have been way better. It would have been more meaningful. It would have gave more heart and humanized the Fireflies even more. And I was, even with the little bit that they did, I was like, okay, I think I'm Team Fireflies. Like, I honestly felt like I'm for the Fireflies and I'm for Jackson, which means Joel, Ellie, Dina, Jesse. Those were kind of my squad. I said this live because people in my chat were saying, yeah, I'm Team this, I'm Team that. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm Team Fireflies / Joel and Ellie. Like, that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm between those two. And I'm digging that. I think that was great to have them humanize the Fireflies a bit more. That way I can feel that way. That was awesome. That was a huge plus for me. I thought that was great. With the little bit that they did, it did enough, but they could have done way more, man. They could have done so much more. Let me kind of skim the chat. What's up, Eric? I saw some people saying Joel shouldn't have killed Marlene. Some people said he should have, because remember at the end he was like, well, you'll just come for her. But see how I want to say crazy, but that's a wrong word. you see how Joel was in that first game. You know, you see how hesitant he was to trust people and how he didn't want to take on the escort mission of Ellie. He didn't trust Marlene. He didn't trust Ellie. He was very on his toes. He was very guarded. And then you see him in this game. He's like, "Hi guys, I'm Joel. Nice to meet you." So that's the problem that a lot of people are having. And that's what I did have too. I think I still have that problem, but because I listened to Naughty Dog kind of explain it, it's like, I get it, but at the same time, I think I'm still emotionally thinking of it like, I wish Joel kind of stayed Joel, you know? And again, it's not my story. I can't control it. It is what it is. I respect the risk they took, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm still a gamer. I still love Joel. I still want closure, you know? So it's like I'm torn between. I'm trying to think logically, but you can't help but feel emotional. If you're emotionally connected to characters and you really love the first game, you can't help it. Some people laugh at that, like, how do you get so emotional? It's like, well, I'm a human being. What do you want from me? How do you watch movies and not shed a tear sometimes? How do you watch movies and not feel upset when someone dies? Or it's the same thing. Like, it's human nature, I feel like. I'll never feel bad about feeling emotional. I think that's perfectly fine. But there are some gamers out there that are like, how dare you feel emotion? You're so lame or whatever. I don't care about that. That goes in one ear out the other. I'm going to feel how I feel. So that's just my point. I'm just trying to say that, I'm torn because logically I'm like, okay, I can respect it. They took a risk. They have us talking, right? That has to count for something. Whether you like it or not, we're talking about it. It has this much coverage and volume in the community, and it's like, dang, that's got to count for something, right? They did something. Luca, shout out to Luca, says, does the 4 years of peace work as an excuse for him being lax when comparatively he spent more time side-eyeing folk? What do you think, Boo? Does the 4 years of peace work as an excuse? I don't think it does. I don't know. I understand people evolve, right? They let their guard down. We're human. We make mistakes. But the way he let it down, like, I would have much rather preferred this. And I was going to get into this later, but I'll just say it now. I would have much rather preferred if Abby made friends with them and just tricked them, gained their trust over time, and stuck around Jackson, helped them out, maybe fight some battles with them. My cat is making a lot of noise. I apologize. And and if she gained their trust and then turned on them, I would have much rather had that. That would be more believable, I think. I feel like if she infiltrated and kind of acted like she was, not from there. She's like, I need somewhere to stay. And she just kind of hung out, fought some battles with them, earned her place, earned their trust, and then Joel lets his guard down. I think that would be way more believable. But because he was just straight up like, hey, I'm Joel, this is Tommy, where are you guys from? He was just so on the opposite side. So I think that's why it's kind of harder to believe, and it was not as a good excuse, I think. They're trying to make an excuse, but I don't think so, Luca. I think it could have been played out better, I'm asking because I'm curious about what people who've played think. Okay, you're responding to people. All right, Luca, but I hope that answers the question. I get it. Some people in the chat kind of giving you a hard time because you haven't played it. It is what it is. I think definitely, ultimately, no matter what, playing the game can change some opinions, because I really, like I said, I went into this like, no way, I cannot do this. I don't want to see Joel go out like this. I don't want to shoot dogs. I don't want to do this. I don't want to play as Abby. I had all of those thoughts. I was disgusted. I was like, this is stupid. What are they thinking? I had all those emotions, all those thoughts. Then I played the game, and what happens is, and I knew this was going to happen, I was just curious how, was Naughty Dog, they put you in this driver's seat of having to do what you have to do in the game, meaning killing the opposite side, surviving, doing what you have to do to have success. Because as a gamer, right, you could be like, damn, I really don't want to kill this person. But after they kill you a couple times and you're seeing that death screen, that starts to go away because you're a gamer and you want to succeed, right? So I had moments like that where I was playing as Abby and going against Ellie or going against who she got to go against because I have to get through. I want to survive. I want to get by this. Naughty Dog, it's not super deep at all, but they did their part. I mean, they did their job as far as getting me to be on board. Like, okay, I got to do this or else it's game over. And after doing that 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 times, 5 times, you start to get desensitized and you start to think for that character. So like Abby, for example, at first I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. I don't like her. I don't know her. I don't care about her. But after surviving and after, you know, just getting by and like going through the game and you're shooting people and you're getting by, you're just surviving, you're healing her, you're doing all this stuff as a game, right? It's like, okay, that's my player. That's me. That's my character. And you start to come around and you don't even think about it anymore. You're like, well, yeah, I didn't want to play as Abby, but now I am. And this is kind of all right. Like, this is okay. And then it starts to get better and better. So that's kind of what I want to say for those who have not played the game, that I do respect those opinions of the people who didn't play, but at the same time, I know that your opinion can change if you did play the game. You guys get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to just lean on people's opinions when they haven't played the game. I think I won't relate. It's hard to relate because I actually went through it. I played as Abby, you know? I played as Ellie for 50% of the game on both sides, man. It was like so much time spent with them. So we're gonna have a different take. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Lucas says, do you think they should have spent more time on Abby before having her kill Joel, and maybe more people would have empathy for her as a character? Yes, that's what I was saying with like my idea of maybe her gaining their trust, tricking them. I had this idea like, okay, she would do that, right? She would gain their trust. She would stay with them for a few days, maybe weeks, maybe months. And then she would set up Joel to get caught, like maybe get trapped somewhere or something. And then Ellie goes to find him, goes to save him, and then finds out gradually that Abby did it and why she did it. I think that would be sick. That would make more sense, because then Joel, you can't blame him. It's like, well, she earned his trust. She was playing it cool and everything, and he fell for it like a normal human being. I think that would be way more believable. I think the community would have liked that better, I think. There were some missteps in regards to pacing. Yes, pacing. I gotta talk about pacing. But first, let me make sure I'm on track. Let me see. Because I wanted to talk about Abby. Let me talk about Abby. Let's talk about Abby, man. Yeah, let's talk about Abby a little bit. So, like I said, at first I was like, man, I don't know this chick. I don't care about this chick. But over time, it's like, well, I survived with her. She's pretty OP. She's got some cool weapons. She's got some great combat sections. The encounters with Abby, I think, might be a little bit better than Ellie, just a tad. I have to really think about that, because Ellie had some awesome encounters with the dogs and things like that. The thing is with Ellie, she's way more vulnerable. I feel like I'm weaker with her. Abby, no surprise, she's stronger, she's bigger, she's built like a truck. It feels like I'm playing as Joel. Weight-wise, the weight of the character, the weight, not necessarily like, oh, how she walks and behaves, but more so like the weight of her character leaning into melees, crawling and stuff like that, being prone, going, crouching. I feel like I'm playing with Joel, kind of. Yeah, I beat it, H-Dog. I beat the game last night. Luca's like, Abby is... I know you were saying you kind of thought she was hot. That's crazy. All right, maybe we'll get to that stuff. But yeah, gameplay wise, combat wise, Abby had some fire encounters. Fire. Like, and the thing is with Abby, there's so much fluff, and that's the negative. There's like her talking to characters I do not care about. Manny, can we talk about how irrelevant Manny is? I can't stand that guy. Screw Manny. He had too much airtime. What's that? The screen time, I should say. Screen time. There was fluff with him. There was fluff with Abby having to like play fetch with the dogs, go get a burrito. She went into the apartment and I think she went to get her bag in the apartment. Like, is that necessary? Oh, let's have Abby look around their apartment. Let's look at how dirty the dishes are. Like, come on, man. Just total fluff. Too much fluff for Abby. If they would have stuck straight to the story and who she is, dude, her being the daughter of that doctor is more than enough. Just focus on that, man. Focus on her rage. Focus on her feeling revenge. Like she wants revenge. Exactly. Who is Manny? Who is that? Anyways, there was just characters and what's his face? Owen, my God. Owen? Dude, there's so much fluff with Owen. The sex scene, I wrote some stuff down. What else? There was something else that I felt like, man, they could have really not had to have in the game. Oh, what was it? I'm losing track of my notes here. Definitely the sex scene, though, was not necessary. The love triangle. Owen, Abby, and Mel. Not necessary. I'm sorry. We already had the love triangle with Ellie, Dina, and Jesse. We did not need another one. We did not need Mel and their awkward conversations. Oh, let me get in the back of the truck and talk to Mel and have it super awkward. We didn't need that. Like, we did not need that. So that was my problem with Abby. We don't know these characters. It's all fluff. It's them attempting us to care about them. It didn't work for me. It didn't work. Owen, a little bit. Mel, a bit, because she was pregnant and I felt bad for her. But other than that, nah. It could have been, we wouldn't miss it. I would not miss it, okay? However, those encounters with Abby were so good that it made me kind of forgive and forget the fluff. So what would happen is there would be a fluff part, there'd be maybe a flashback or something like that. And then it would get to this encounter that's just amazing. So it's like, it was such an up and down thing, a roller coaster with Abby. It was like, man, this encounter is amazing. I'm having a great time. This is awesome. I'm a beast. Abby's a beast. She's cool. Then it would go downhill and be like, oh, here we are. We're searching for a gift for Lev. And Lev is awesome, by the way. I loved Lev. I loved Yara because we got to fight with them. We got to fight with them. We got to experience some heartache with them. Yara lost her arm. Lev lost a lot. They were going through it together. That is why I connected with those characters. They were fighting alongside with me, you know? But Mel, come on, man. Like, get out of here with that. I didn't need Mel. I didn't need those awkward conversations. Or, oh, I see Mel's name on the board. I'm going to beat her score or take her name off. Yeah, it's just come. If you guys played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Just that stuff wasn't needed, okay? But like I said, Abby's encounters, fire. Just really good, for the most part. I don't think there was an encounter with Abby where I felt like it was too long or overstayed its welcome or nothing like that. I love the encounters with Abby. I thought that was great. I thought that was good. Lev was great. I loved Lev. He was one of my favorites. One of my favorite characters. Badass. Like I liked. And you know, I didn't even think that was agenda or forced. I know it probably maybe is him being who he is and going against his family and the cult and the religion. And there was like that whole dialogue of religion not accepting trans and all of that. I was pretty indifferent with that stuff. I didn't really think it was like forced in my face. I thought it made Lev interesting. So that's me. That's my opinion on that. I think because I already liked Lev and I already liked that he was fighting beside me and we were kind of connecting in that way, I didn't really think about that stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't think about that stuff because I know some are out there and they're saying, oh, there's these agendas and there's this, there's that. I honestly didn't really think about that stuff. I don't know if it's because I've accepted like that's maybe Naughty Dog it goes that route now and that's Neil Druckmann and that I expect it and whatever. Maybe it's that and I just sort of accepted it already. And there's nothing bad about it. I'm not saying accept it like, oh, I was against it. No, I'm accepting it like, oh, this is part of the story. That's what I mean about it. I wasn't really thinking about that stuff. You know what I mean? What score would you give it? Shoot. I didn't think about that, Luca. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't thought about the score yet. Maybe by the time I'm done with this, I'll come up with the score. I'm sure I'll get there at some point. Eric the Beard. I see what you're saying. What else? Someone else asked me something, and I kind of wanted to answer it. Oh, Face. What's up, Faces? What part of Abby's story did you like? I liked her being the daughter of Jerry. I think that was great. I think that was cool. I liked seeing her obviously have reason for her revenge. I think it was justified. I think that was fine as far as taking for, the story that route. I think that was great. Perfect. It's just the fluff stuff. I felt like a lot of it was unnecessary. So Abby, overall, probably give her like a 6.5. I guess we can rate these all like individually. I think I did this during my stream too when I was playing. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give Lev a 10. I'm gonna give Abby a 6. I was like rating the characters and stuff. Maybe I'll do that again. That was kind of funny. So yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all I have to say on Abby. It was better than I expected as far as playing as her. Like I said before, I felt like, man, I don't want to play as this chick. Like, F this chick. I don't care. She killed my guy. Why would I want to play as her? That was exactly how I felt. So to come out of the game and not feel that way anymore and feel like, hey, it was okay. I get it. I get where she's coming from. That's a win for Naughty Dog. I'm going to give them a W on that. You got me to come around on Abby, so I say that's a win because I really didn't think I would. You guys. I was so already just like kind of making up my mind, and I tried not to because I was like, I got to keep an open mind on this. Maybe it worked. I think it worked a little bit, but I definitely came around. So it's not all bad. That's a W for Naughty Dog, I will say. Abby is apparently the same age as Ellie, or around the same age. So I would say probably 1920, something like that. So yeah, I'm getting through this. I feel like I'm doing a good job. What do you guys think? Am I doing a good job right now? I'm glad I took notes, man. If I didn't take notes, I think I'd be all over the place. But yeah. Okay, so I wrote this down. This is a quote. Okay, this is me writing something down. Abby was a decent character, and I liked playing as her. But it could be a spin-off story like Lost Legacy. Introduce her in part 2. And then I go on to say, my idea of the story would be she infiltrates Jackson, earns the trust of Joel and Ellie, fights along them for a while, and then drops hints of who she is, but never says it, and then she betrays Joel. Then she somehow gets them trapped or something. Joel could die by the end, protecting Tommy and or Ellie. Some meaningful convos in there, a tight package. Okay. Yes, I put that pretty good right there. I wanted this to be more of a tight package. I write poems. Did it sound like a poem? Luca says, I agree. I'm killing it. Sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate it. Whoa. Luca also said, I wish Abby would bench press me. Wow. You know what's crazy? Like when I was playing this game live, a lot of people, it did turn into some dirty conversations. I gotta say, there's a lot of like focus on Dina and her booty. There's focus on Ellie. We played F, Marry, Kill. It was wild. We had a good time. We had a good time. Remember, Hannibal? You were there. You started it. I'm gonna blame you, but we had some conversations about that, like just like, oh, who do you think's, you know, prettier, who has good bigger booty, and we definitely went there. But yeah, Luca, I remember seeing your tweet and I was like, whoa. That was too much. I guess I can say something about Dina. I thought she was fine. I thought she was cool. Her being pregnant was a good excuse for her not to go on the rest of the game and have Ellie feel the way she did about killing Mel, and you know, with her being pregnant. I think that hit Ellie hard because Dina was pregnant. And just as a human being, I mean, who wants to kill a pregnant person? That's just an awful thing to do. So I think Ellie was just hit with a lot of emotion, and it's a lot of it is because of Dina. And since I'm on the topic of that scene with Mel, Ellie just dropped her map. We gotta touch on that one, okay? We gotta touch on that. So when she kills Owen and Mel, sees that Mel's pregnant, she goes through this distraught emotion, like, oh my God, I just killed this woman, right? And I feel awful. She's like not even in her body at that point. She's like out of body, freaking distraught. So I get that maybe she could forget the map. Maybe, okay? I'm reaching right now. But then you have Tommy, who's much more level-headed at the time. He comes in, gets Ellie, and he doesn't notice the map. Like, what? That part, and I saw that live, and it's like I saw it, and I was like, wait a minute. What? She really just dropped the map like that. You know what? I was going to play some gameplay. I'll play some gameplay for you guys. I forgot about that. Let me turn that down. Oh, not that. I mean, it's kind of, you know what? I'll play some gameplay for you guys. This is part of my stream right here. You guys can watch some gameplay. I meant to do that sooner. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. How you gonna be top of your game? You just killed these two people. You just outsmarted these two people. You're Ellie. You're freaking Ellie. And then you go and drop the map just like that. So what happens is Abby finds the map. She knows exactly where they're at the theater. She goes over there. She shoots Tommy. She kills Jesse. She kills Jesse and then lets Ellie go again after beating the crap out of Dina and Ellie. So it was a crazy sequence of events. Shocking. A lot of it I knew though. So again, it's like when I know things, it's like I'm shocked, but not really because I already knew. This is kind of a nitpick. Random says, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a nitpick. I don't think it is. Why would Tommy know the map was Ellie's? I guess? Play the sex scene for Luca. Nah, we ain't playing that. This is just Abby gameplay, some encounters and stuff. But I guess if you want to call it a nitpick, fine. But they needed a reason to have Abby find out where they're at. And if that's what they came up with, that's fine. I felt like I would have came up with that. But anyways, let's not nitpick, I guess. Let's continue. Where's my notes here? Where's my notes? That's just something I wanted to mention. I don't want to forget. Okay, this is also what I said about Abby. I'm still kind of on Abby. Her being the daughter of Jerry, the doctor/surgeon, was cool. Her side dialogues and playtime with Owen, not needed. Too much fluff. Getting burritos with Manny, anything with Manny really, he wasn't needed. Dude, I mean, I'm harsh. Playing fetch with dogs twice, the awkward convos with Mel, the love triangle and sex scene ? Not necessary. We already had Dina, Jesse, Ellie love triangle. Didn't need another one. It's too much fluff and attempt to make us care about these side characters. Owen, Mel, Manny, irrelevant. But Abby's struggles and her going against the wolves and fighting with Lev and Yara was great. I like that. So I love that part. It started to drag at a certain point, but the encounters would make up for it. I would feel, damn, this is fluff. This is too long. But then I'm fighting in an awesome area and it makes up for it. That's pretty much my Abby experience right there. Abby on her own, combat-wise, was awesome. Great encounters, and she made it fun. Felt like playing as Joel in terms of weight and character / stronger, etc. So that's my Abby notes. She was a decent character, and I like playing as her. Okay. I wrote down some of Neil Druckmann's quotes. Okay, this is from the spoiler cast. We can kind of talk about it. This is about Joel, you guys. He said it needed to be brutal. Oh, no, he needed it to be a brutal... Damn it, I'm not reading. It needed a brutal, cruel death for what happens afterwards. So basically he said it needed to be cruel because it justifies what happens later. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think Neil... I mean, it's his game. We probably shouldn't even ask if we agree. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think Joel's death needed to be that cruel and that, I guess, enraging? Because a lot of us were kind of raged out, or like, what the hell? They also said, we wanted to make a scene that disturbed us, meaning them. Ashley, Neil, Troy. It was meant to invoke dread and disgust. So he's giving his take on it. I do appreciate listening to them be very passionate about it. They wanted to make people uncomfortable, though. It was kind of apparent they did want to make people uncomfortable. And yeah, so that's a quote there. What else was I gonna say? The flashbacks. Yeah, because, okay, we talked about pacing. We talked about that. And I think the flashbacks sometimes, as good as they were, because, you know, with Joel, we're like, yay, it's Joel. Joel's here. This is great. We want to see Joel, right? They were great in that way of like, oh, we missed this guy. But it was like sad at the same time. I was like, man, he's not here no more. You know? So it was kind of a mixed emotion there. But sometimes the flashbacks, I think they kind of messed up the pacing, unfortunately. I feel like, you know, we had these great encounters. It would escalate. Is that the right word? It would go up to like this climax part, right? Great encounters and violent fights, whatever. And then it'd be like, okay, here's a flashback or here's fluff or here, you know what I mean? It was a constant up and down, up and down. And, yeah, it just got to the point where I was like, man, I think the pacing's getting messed up. And this happens maybe midway, I would say, like midway through Abby, where it starts to really kind of hit you like, damn, this is long and I don't know if this is needed. I feel like the pacing, it's slow in this part. I just want to fight. I kept saying that over and over. Like this gameplay you're watching right now, I just noticed I died on it. I probably die again because I just wanted to fight, man. I just wanted to get in there and just like go guns blazing, especially with Abby because she's very, I don't want to say OP, but I was way more brave with her. You can tell in this gameplay, I'm just going in like, man, screw it, man. Let's have some fun. I wanted way more of that and less of let's go buy Lev a gift from the gift shop. Like, let's go, you know what I mean? Let's go take a hike and talk. It's like, come on, man, I want to fight. I want to do this. What you're watching right here, man, this is epic. This is fun. This is a good time. So it made it worth it. It was like, yeah, I was going, oh, man, I got tore up right there. I was going through, you know, the fluff and kind of the boring or whatever, the irrelevant parts. But then I would get to something like this and be like, this is freaking epic. This is awesome. this is why I play The Last of Us, you know? So it's constantly like a roller coaster. Like, man, this is great. And then, oh, now I gotta talk to Mel and this other character I don't care about. Okay, now we're back fighting. Yes, awesome. And back to back flashback, you know? So it was a constant like back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, I felt like it kind of hurt the pacing a little bit. I see you guys chatting up a storm, man. I wish I could read all the comments. I might have to go back and watch my own video here just to read all your guys' comments. The birthday flashback. You guys, let me talk about that one real quick. The birthday flashback with Joel and Ellie. Man, I felt so happy and sad at the same time. Joel was so happy in that flashback. If you guys just watch Joel, he's just cheesy the whole time. He is geeking out. His smile is so big. It's like, dude, I've never seen Joel like that. Like, he was so happy. And I loved that part because of that. I was like, wow, look at Joel. He is just geeking out. Like, he is just so, he just loves Ellie so much, you know? So it was sad at the same time, even though it was like a nice part and everything, I still felt sad because it was like, man, he's gone. Like, he ain't even here no more. Like, it was kind of hard, man. It was kind of hard, but he was so happy. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Should it not have any slow parts? No, I think it should. There's, the first game did. I think, but the pacing was better though in the first game. Overall, I felt the first game had way better pacing. It's shorter. It's a tight little package. It's a nice package with a bow on it, and this game is like, the package is tore up. There's stuff inside. You got to go through it. You gotta go through it, and it's everywhere. And that's because of the pacing. And then it's essentially two games. It's Ellie and then it's Abby. They have the same percentage of the game. I think it's like 50-50 almost. It's pretty much the same. And it's like, it's two games put together. On top of that, you got flashbacks. You've got these other side characters and the little side fluff you got with them. You got the factions. You got the Scars. You got the Wolves. You got the Fireflies. You got the Jackson people. You got the it's a lot going on. It's a lot to process. I respect what they did, and I felt like they with that content, like, let's just say Naughty Dog gets those things that's going to happen in the story, right? I get the same stuff. Hey, you got to make this work, Erica. This all has to happen. Put it together. Of course, Naughty Dog did way better than I ever could, probably. Because if I had to work with that stuff that happened, it would probably, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I would like it, but it'd probably be trash compared to Naughty Dog. Like, Naughty Dog, with that content and what they were trying to do and accomplish and all of that, they did what they had to do. Like, they made it work, and they made it as concise as they could without the fluff. I'm not counting the fluff. That could go. But Naughty Dog did Naughty Dog things, and I probably couldn't do it as good. I would have a completely different story if it was me. But them, I mean, this is their work. This is what they did. And it's like, this is what it is. And I don't have, I have my criticisms, but at the end of the day, it's like, man, that's the story. And it is what it is. Am I losing frames? Come on, man. Let me know if I'm dropping frames, you guys. It did for a second. I think it's okay now. But yeah, you guys have any more questions? Because I have a question for you before I go. I have a question for the chat. I have a question for everybody. Iron Mike says, agree to disagree. Crypto says, I love you too, Erica. What else? Hustle, what's up? 000, what's up? Who else in here? Nahar. Dreadhead. Merc. What's up, Merc? Dylan. Detour. Oh, Detour here. Detour here. What's up, Detour? Silverburst. Shaz. There's a lot of you guys here. Salazar. Spencer. Amazing Dark Knight. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Hannibal, goddamn Hannibal, still blessing me on the daily. Hannibal is a new member. Hey, I think you're my only member right now. You guys, I did some tiers for the member thing. I never really announced it or anything, but if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, like, you could become a member, and it just helps me out on YouTube, man, because shoot, YouTube, they this ain't new. You guys know. They demonetize me like crazy. My PS5 reveal is demonetized. I got like 9,000 views on that damn video, and I'm not making a cent. So I'm not trying to guilt you guys at all. I'm just making fun of YouTube. I can't stand YouTube sometimes, and shout out to them for, you know, taking away my money. But anyways, I appreciate you, Hannibal. I thank you so much. Spider says it's a 9.5. Mo, what's up? What's going on? What's going on, you guys? I was on a roll, just going and going with my points, so I must have missed like a ton of comments, you guys. I've seen some people saying Dina sucks. I've seen some people saying Maria is better. Whoa, Maria better than Dina? I don't know about all that. You guys talking wild. I'm just scrolling up. I'm seeing all the seeing all the different comments. But yeah, you guys, did I cover enough, man? I feel like as structured as I thought I had it, man, I'm probably forgetting so many things. It was a roller coaster for sure. I didn't talk much about the combat and all that because, I mean, that could be saved for another video or actual review, I guess. I don't even know if I'm going to review. This is kind of my review, sort of. Combat, I thought, was great. It's freaking great, man. There's some great moments. There's awesome moments, even. It's just that the pacing, I think, was a little all over the place. A little bit. And, but it would make up for it, though. That's the thing, man. I'd be feeling like, this pacing's kind of trash, but then it would be like this amazing encounter that would follow, and it was like, shoot, I forgot about that one. I forgot about the pacing, at least for this moment, because this moment is awesome. There's definitely moments like that. Graphics, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There were moments in the game where I just felt stunned by them. I was like, wow, this looks awesome. I like Dina, I like Jesse. Like I said, I was team Jackson and team Fireflies. That was kind of my thoughts through the whole game. Abby, you know, she held her own. Character-wise, I thought, you know, she did, I mean, yeah, she did pretty good. 9.5. What are you guys rating this game? I see some ratings already. 3.5, Nahar says. Damn. What score would I give it? Oh yeah, we gotta do the rundown. Okay, so story. Story meaning pacing, actual story content, characters, and what happens. Well, I won't say what happens to the characters because that's just the story. I could like it or not. But logically thinking about the story, objectively speaking, the pacing drops the score. The character development that could have been, I feel like, wasn't there, and then there was too much focus on characters that didn't need it. So I would drop the story to no more than a 7. It's got to be a 7 or below, honestly. I'd probably just stay with a 7 on the story, okay? Just the story. Now, and because and you're probably thinking, well, if you have all these issues, why a 7? That's kind of high. Because I could still see what they wanted to do, and I kind of, it's like it took me some time, because at first, if you would have asked me right after I finished the game, I'd be like, what the freak was that? But when you take time to think about it and what they were trying to do, it's like, okay, I could see what they're trying to do. I get the whole Abby thing. I thought that was cool. Like I said, with the Fireflies, I liked that. Just seeing the insight, giving more to explore, though, I felt like they needed to do it. So I can't go higher than a 7. It's like, it's good because I can respect it. I see what they're doing. It's risky. And it gets us talking, and it's something else like we've never really, or at least I haven't experienced to this degree, where it's like, damn, I'm having like back and forths with myself. That's got to count for something. Even if I don't like what happened, it's still something. So I feel like a 7 is like where I need to be, I think, for the story. Okay. And there's moments it drops to 6s and 5s, but then it goes back to like a 7, you know? So it's kind of in there somewhere. Maybe on a bad day, or if I'm just like seeing a bad scene or something, okay, that's a 5. But then when I think of it as a whole, oh, I forgot to mention this too. Ellie letting Abby live, I'm actually okay with. I didn't think I was going to be okay with it, but I'm actually good with it. And and that's the reason I think I have this game or this story at a 7, is because they made me be okay with it. And Ellie at some point, you know, she thinks of Joel when she's about to drown Abby. She's thinking of Joel, and Joel wouldn't want her to do that. I feel like she had this split second moment of like, no, I need to stop. Joel wouldn't want this. Joel would not want me to do this, because when does it end? If she honestly killed Abby, I think I'd feel worse about the game, honestly. And that surprises me, because I really didn't know how I was going to feel. I thought maybe I would not like what just happened, and I was thinking about it. And then when I watched Kenny do the same part, because what happened was I played the game, right? I beat it. I went outside. I sat in the pool. I had a meal. Remember, I was starving. I didn't eat. I was cranky. I had some food, and then I watched Kenny play through the same thing, and he beat it. And it hit me then when Abby was being drowned. I didn't want her to be drowned. That's when I knew, okay, I think I'm cool with her surviving. I think it's great that Ellie made that choice to stop. So I'm good with that. That's why I think my story, what am I saying? My story score is at a 7. I was starving during that. It was a 7-hour stream, man. It was crazy. I was so spent. I was so tired. I was hungry. I was cranky. And then I ate and I thought things through, and then I watched Kenny play through it, and it reassured me, like, yeah, you're okay with this. You're good with this ending. So yeah, story is a 7. Graphics are a freaking 10. Audio is like a 9. Pearl Jam's in the game, you guys. Pearl Jam music's in the game. That's my favorite band. I want to give it a 10, actually. Let's give that a 10. What else? Abby is like a 6, like I said. Ellie's a 7. I'll be honest, I feel like Ellie, towards the end of the game, dropped off, man. She dropped off. There's something about Ellie, I don't know if it was the way she was written, or because I was just so done with the game already, like, man, this is too freaking long. I don't know what it was, but Ellie, she's just a little bit better than Abby. I felt like maybe maybe there is story problems with that. Because if I'm not really like loving Ellie, then something's up. I don't know. And I just missed her. I mean, it's like, damn, I haven't seen her in forever. And I don't know. It was a trip, man. It was a trip. Joel, his presence in the game is a goddamn 2. Joel could have been in there more. There could have been way more meaningful dialogues, way more meaningful conversations, more closure. I didn't like how we didn't get more of that. Combat, a 9. Encounters, 10. Environments, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So see, I have all these 10s, right? 9s and 10s, but then I have the 7. Come on, OBS? Maybe I shouldn't play gameplay. Hold on. I'll just go back to this, man. You get the point, man. You saw the gameplay. I was in there just going at crazy with Abby. But yeah, that's the thing. So there's all these like 9s, 10s, and then you have Abby as the 6, the Fluff as a freaking 0, and then you have the characters kind of overstaying welcome, and then you have other characters like our favorite freaking Joel not there enough. So it's like I don't know. What does that even out to, you guys? Like a 6.5, 7, 7.5? Probably like a 7, 7.5. Not a 6. 6 is too low. It's too low. I'll be damned if there's a rated 6 game that has me talking about this much. There's no way. It's got to be at least like up there. 7, 7.5. Yeah, something. So yeah, you guys, that's all That's all I pretty much gotta say, man. I got 69 viewers. Oh, snap. That's what's up. So yeah, I have one question though for you guys before we go. And if you're watching this later, if you've made it this far, shoot, thank you so much for listening. Appreciate you guys as always. I recently just hit like 9,300 subs. 9,300. So I really appreciate that, you guys. On Twitch as well, I'm almost to 2,000 followers. So it seriously means a lot. Just want to make sure I say that before I go. But my question for the chat is what, and think of this hard, okay? Think about it. Was this sequel needed? Gameplay aside, did we need Last of Us 2? That's my question for you guys. Really think about it though, because I'm thinking about it, and I kind of want to say we didn't need this game. It's cool we got it. The gameplay is awesome. Sick, right? There's so many great encounters, but the things that were great about the game, as far as characters go, I feel like I already knew that. Like the Fireflies, I could have guessed. Yeah, they're probably really being human about it. They were contemplating what they're gonna do. They felt bad. Marlene didn't want to do it, but then she did it. You know, as far as taking Ellie and sacrificing her, like I could have made that up in my head and kind of assumed. But other than that, and I'm happy I saw that, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know, man. Some people are saying no. I'm seeing a lot of yeses though. So I'm seeing both actually. So nope, no, yes, yes, no, yes, not at all, Mega says. Wolf says no, it was not needed. Idol says nope. Okay, a lot of no's. Nope, the ending, the open ending fitted the story perfectly. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, think about it, right? No Last of Us 2. It just ends at Last of Us 1. And it's open-ended. You take what you got from that and you just move on to something else. And we never get a second game. And I'm saying this with The Last of Us 2 being as it is. Now, if The Last of Us 2 was different, right, that's a whole other conversation. If it was written better, the pacing was better, maybe we would feel it's more needed. But as it is, do we need this game? Did we need it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Nahar says, yes, we needed it, but when it came, I regretted saying yes. But when it came, so you're saying, yeah, we needed a sequel, but it should have came differently. Because that's what I'm saying too. Like, yeah, that's why we have to base it on what it is. Not just a sequel in general, because we would all want sequels, right? We all wanted to see more. But as it is, this final product, did we need it? That's my question. We need it? You think it was essential to have Abby and this whole thing? Like, you guys, I think I'm saying no. As much as I love the gameplay and the encounters, I mean, I wouldn't know any better. I could live without it. I wouldn't know. But the story part, I don't think we needed it. It's sad to say that. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like, yeah, we didn't need it, but I'm glad I played it. It's like, I don't regret playing it, but we honestly probably didn't need it. I think that's where I'm at right now. Crypto, you have a good one, Crypto. Renzo says essential. Everyone wanted a sequel. Yeah, that's not my, I hope I'm being clear on the question, because I wanted a sequel. I did. But as it is, when you look back on it, retrospect kind of thing, it's like more retrospect. Did we need this sequel? Maybe I should word it like that. Did we need this sequel? You know? It's kind of a hard question. You got to think about it for a little bit. Think about it, you guys. If I could leave you with anything on this video and that, something to take away, just think about it for a little bit. But then again, when it comes to gaming, we can say that about a lot of things. Sometimes we could feel like, you know what, this sequel wasn't that great. Or maybe this wasn't needed. But I don't know. I feel like Uncharted fans would be like, yeah, those were needed. Or Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, I would say yes. Those were needed. There's Zelda games, I would say hell yeah. You know, and things like that. Like if you're into certain games and they've had sequels, you can come up with a lot, I'm sure, that you felt like, yeah, this was neat. Like Mass Effect, of course, Mass Effect 2, we wanted that one. Or, you know what I mean? Like, they're all kind of like, some games are different though. Like they have different stories. It just depends what you're talking about, I guess. But if it's a true story sequel, I'm sure we can come up with other ones that are like, yeah, we didn't really need that, or we did, or, you know. But I think with this game, or this franchise, the way it came and the package we got, I'm kind of leaning towards no. If it was different, maybe it would be different, but it's not different. What does Joel say? He's like, I know you wish things were different, but they ain't. But they ain't. This is what it is. So it wasn't needed. I don't know. I'm thinking no. But anyways, you guys, just something to think about. I hope you liked this. I hope it was entertaining, or at least you got some insight on how I'm feeling. There's probably a lot I forgot. There's a lot to unpack. I've been here for what, an hour? Over an hour? I should probably get the heck out of here. Yeah, I've been here for a minute. I still might do a group spoiler chat. I got some people in mind I want to ask to come through, and we can just chat about all this stuff. I'll try and keep it super concise though, to like specific things, because if there's more people, it could go way long. So I have some people in mind, but just know when that comes, I'll definitely let them talk more, because I got my stuff out. This is it, man. This is, if you want to see Erica's opinion, boom, you got a whole hour right here. But I'll kind of be more of a host when that happens, and I'll say some other opinions. And then if I change, let's say something about, you know, maybe something changes, or I'm like thinking about something more and or I forgot something on this video, I'll bring it up then. But I'll probably give my overall thoughts and everything. Did she say her opinion about the ending? I did. Wolver Rock. I said I'm okay with Abby being spared. You know, she actually let Ellie go twice. It's like they had this kind of respect for each other. Like, dude, we went through a bunch of crap. You lost people. I lost people. Let's just stop. Let's just stop it. And I feel like that we got that at the ending, and I was okay with that. It just dragged a little bit. If I'm being honest, it was kind of dragging. Oh, thank you, Hannibal, so much. It says fans say we wish the story was different. Neil Cuckman, but it ain't. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, if you want to hear my whole like, I kind of rated, you know, the story, it gave some scores to certain things. I said that through here. If you're getting here late, yeah, it was a roller coaster. I'm trying to think, can I sum this up in a sentence? I don't know if I can. There's just so much to unpack, man. It's too much. It's too much. Definitely a roller coaster. I'm glad I played it. I wish things were different, but they ain't, to quote Joel. Rest in peace, Joel. I feel like he could have had way more, way more, to justify things in the game. Like, I just feel like there could have been some different things, ways of going about things. But overall, I'm not regretful that I played it. Shout out again to Lazy Cat for gifting me the game. That's another one of my Twitch followers. I don't know if he's on here on YouTube, but shout out to him. Seriously, I felt a lot of love playing the game on stream. So that was a good time. I appreciate all the people who hung out with me when we were playing. Thoughts on Cyberpunk? I haven't even seen it, you guys. Until I know there's going to be some kind of third person, I'm kind of like not interested. I'm going to be honest. Ghost of Tsushima is coming up. I can't wait for that game. I can't wait, man. That's going to be my next fixation. You guys will hear about that on my channel. I'll be streaming that on Twitch. If you guys aren't following me on Twitch, seriously, Ericuts for the win. Follow me there. You can catch up on all the VODs of me playing Last of Us 2, and you can see my future streams. So, whew. Oh, one more thing. God damn it. This was a big one. I totally forgot. The boss fight. Trash. Well, okay, not trash, but it was super disappointing. You know how they were like, oh, there's going to be this new infected that we're not going to show you until you play the game. I'm thinking this thing going to be sick. Like, this thing's going to be like maybe a lion, maybe an infected animal or something like that. You know, like something really just crazy new. It was basically like a blob of freaking other infected. I was like, what is this? What is this? No, I'm talking the main boss, Salazar, the main dude. Was it Rat King? I don't know what you guys are calling him. Is that what they call him? That was Rat King. I like the environment was cool and like how they kind of set it up and you can hear it growling and everything. I was ready for it. I'm like, oh, they got this down. The atmosphere was fire, right? It comes out. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I didn't care for the boss that much. The main boss. Like I liked fighting the shamblers. I love fighting like the, them and the bloaters and all that. Those were, epic. They were cool. But I guess I was expecting more. Yeah, the hospital one. What's up, Chris? Shout out to Vic. I see you in here. All you guys. Jay Got. What's up, Jay Got? People thought it was a dragon? Oh, I don't know about that. Where the hell what? Listen, I know we were kind of comparing this to potential Game of Thrones, but dragon? What the hell? I don't know about that one. But I thought it would be like maybe like a lion or a tiger. A bear. Lions, tigers, and bears. A gorilla. I don't know, because like they have the zoo kind of nearby. We've seen a zebra. We've seen a giraffe in the first one. It's not far-fetched to get a lion. Get the lion in there. That'd be sick. Or a bear. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, man. But yeah, so I was a little disappointed with that. But that was it. I forgot to mention that earlier. Damn, I forgot to mention that. And just the whole, okay, see, I'm already forgetting stuff. The whole Scars versus Wolves and Abby changing her stance and going against everything and then having Lev kind of be that inspiration. I thought that was cool. I thought that was great. I was with that. The Wolves seeing, oh shoot, it's Abby. And then they start shooting at her. Like that whole segment was awesome. I thought that was really good. That's what I have on my notes at the end. I don't know why I put that at the end. Combat, great. I put that in caps. Combat was great. So, it's got a lot of pluses and then there's some negatives, and that's where I stand. And I'm not trying, I really kept saying this too during my stream because I would be like so indifferent about stuff. I'd be like, man, I don't know where I stand on this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm in the middle. And I would say like, I know that's annoying because I know when I listen to other reviewers and they're like so in the middle, right? They're all playing it safe. You're like, dude, take a side, man. But me, I legit wasn't trying to be in the middle. I was like, I really am not trying to be in the middle, you guys. I'm really trying to feel a certain way, but it's like the game forced me in the middle, sort of. But now that it's over, I can kind of stand on different sides now, especially with Joel. I'm like all the way on the negative side, like, freak, you guys messed this up in a lot of ways. Then there's other things I'm way on the other side. So it's like, yeah, I really didn't want to be in the middle too much. Is this your game of the year so far? I think it's my default game of the year because I haven't really played a lot of games. The only one that's maybe around there is Ori, but Ori honestly had too many, what am I trying to say? Too many, I can't even think of the word right now. Performance issues. It kind of ruined the game for me a little bit. Merc says that frame rate though, ew. Oh, the horse, gosh, the set piece with the horse, 2 times, one of them we blew up. I was like, oh my God, this horse, I'm about to cry. That was with Ellie and Dina. Then there was the other horse part with Abby and that epic set piece, man, with the Scars territory, and it was on fire, and then you have the blew my mind. That was epic as hell. Seriously, I love that stuff. Rest in peace to Boots. Rest in peace to Boots, man. Never gonna live that down. Boots and Red Dead. You guys, if you played Red Dead, you got your horse, and I named mine Boots. So when people say rip Boots, it's because of Red Dead. This is Boots number 2, Leaky says. Poor Boots, man. I'm still grieving. Damn. I thought you were in these gaming streets. Yoko, I've been chilling this year. You know, I've been streaming more, so I've been playing like multiplayer stuff. I played Animal Crossing for a while. You know, I just been kind of chilling because I don't got to count games really no more, you know? I've been chilling, playing what I want. I started, you know, I played Sekiro again. I started Dark Souls 3 again. I'm almost done with that. I started Persona 4 Golden again. So I've been kind of all over the place, just playing whatever feels right. This Last of Us really, besides Ori, this is the only game really that I just went hard on and just didn't play anything else. No other streams, no other nothing. I just went in. So it's got to be, I guess, my default game of the year. We'll see what happens with Ghost of Tsushima though. I have high hopes for that game. I have high hopes, so we'll see. But that's it. You guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna go rest my voice. After that 7-hour stream yesterday, shoot. And then today, right now, I'm gonna go rest, okay? Appreciate you guys. Thank you again. And thank you again for the super chats, the member. Damn, Hannibal, shout out to you. And I'll catch you guys later. Stay tuned for that spoiler cast. I don't want to promise it, but I'm planning on it, all right? I might hit up some peeps. Might hit up some people you guys know, maybe, possibly, potentially. We'll see what's up. You guys have a good one, all right? Peace. Eric bless. We out. Bye, guys.